New week means new ideas. This time we're gonna do Suzuka. No, not that one. That one. 5,807 meters, 18 corners. Absolutely beautiful track, especially during nighttime. However, since I had almost no experience with this track, my idea was quite simple. You know, do a little practice, like 500 laps of practice, before I would even consider being remotely capable of trying to race at LowFuelMotorsports on Suzuka. And with that in mind, let's jump into it, because there's a lot to unload. After the first few laps, I quickly established baseline time of 2 minutes 3 seconds and 2/10 of a second, which wasn't as bad as I expected, but obviously there was loads of mistakes happening afterwards, so just gonna take a quick look at that. About 90% of the time, it was just me applying too much throttle on the exit from the turn, which was putting me into the wall. Again. And again. And again. Spinning the car. And slips. Hitting curbs at high speed is also a bad idea.
That's new.
I've got 100 more of those.
Stop it. Get some help.
So let me spare your precious time that you decided to spend on watching this video, and let's fast forward to my best lap before we dig in into the real meat of this video.
One eternity later.
That eternity lasted 470 laps within 2 days. But there is still a lot of places where I need to improve. I'm always struggling with engaging traction control on the exit from the hairpin. I also must learn how to carry more speed into turn and get better exit speeds. But overall, I'm very happy with the results, so let's make some food and jump into the races. I don't care what you will say. I'm an adult and I can have pizza for breakfast. It looked like a dog shit, so let's add some more stuff into it. And voila! Amazing breakfast pizza only for £1.30. So, first race. And it was middle of the night. I managed to qualify on the P3. Since it was split 4, this isn't much to brag about, but I'm still damn proud of it. And I was absolutely terrified, as I don't have much experience with driving close to other cars, so my goal was to survive the first lap and potentially build a gap from the car behind me. On lap 3, something very unexpected happened. It was the best time of the race, which I kept for next few laps. Also, the gap between me and guy behind started to grow, and P1 and 2 were not running away from me, which gave me even more confidence to keep pushing. And 3 of us managed to stay relatively close to each other for a whole race, which paid off big later on. And the guy behind, well, he started slowly disappearing in the mirror, which meant I'm on a good pace. Apparently, beginning of lap 9 was sponsored by Gold Brown. No. And somehow I managed to save myself from spinning, and we didn't even lose a lot of time. My tires on the left side hit it a bit, but nothing significant. There was absolutely nothing that could prepare me for what happened next. At this point, all I had to do is keep my head cool, not make any significant mistakes for next 1.5 lap. And there it was, my first ever win on LowFuelMotorsports.
Excellent job, man. What a race. E1. Bring it back home safely.
After a little celebration, I quickly registered for another race, thinking that I probably peaked, and it's not gonna get any better than that today. And oh boy, I was wrong.
Green light. Give me all you can.
Coming onto turn 1, I was a bit scared because I had no idea how to brake while being a leader, and as you can see, the guy behind me had to back off a bit, but fortunately we didn't cause any incidents. Now, it was all down to not making any mistakes and making sure that my pace is good enough to keep a guy behind me away, since I'm still not very confident with my defending skills. On lap 2, I have noticed that I'm slowly starting to run away from rest of the pack, and that made me extremely happy, as I felt I might be fastest car on the track, so I just kept doing what I could to increase the gap from the car behind. Honestly, not much happened during the rest of the race. I was leading for a whole time, I didn't make any big mistakes, I kept about 3-second gap from the car behind me. So I'm just gonna skip most of it, and I'm gonna leave only a few moments, and then we're gonna move to the last lap. On the beginning of the last lap, I had 3.5 second gap from P2, so I decided to chill and go a bit slower to make sure I'm not gonna make any mistakes under pressure. And there it was, another win.
Excellent job. What a race. See you in the pits. Bring it back home.
I've got to admit, winning my first race on LowFuelMotorsport was a really big moment for me. But winning 2 in a row, one after another, that just completely blew my mind away. I was not ready for that. I know it was a low split, but regardless, nobody can take that feel away from me. It just felt amazing, and I cannot wait for more. Next video, we're gonna try to race on Autumn Park, so stay tuned.